Number 10, we have Ichimaru Gin from Bleach. Gin is one of the 12 captains in the Soul Reaper Society. He is one of those characters that give off a villainous vibe and always seems to be plotting something in his mind. Only towards the end of the series do we really get to know his true motives, which unfortunately leave us in a very sad place.
Bye bye!
私の大切な部下に何をする
On number 9, we have the Flame Alchemist Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist. Mustang appears to be a self-absorbed man hungry for power, the reason for which is revealed later in the show. As a young soldier, he witnesses the horrors of war and receives orders to kill an innocent couple, which he does. This makes him swear not to do anything that goes against his conscience ever again.
なぜ私の保護を求めず勝手に逃亡した
On number 8, we have L from Death Note. L is not only the best but also the second and third best detectives of the world under different names. Although he looks like a very shabby person, he is without a doubt the most intellectual person in the history of anime. Never appearing in front of people as his true self, L investigates secretively. He makes his first appearance against his challenger, Light Yagami.
Let me ask you, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
On number 7, we have the Prince of All Saiyans, Vegeta, from Dragon Ball Z. Vegeta is one of the strongest and most hard-working anime characters ever. And what pushes him to work so hard is his sense of competitiveness towards his Saiyan fellow Kakarot, also known as Goku. Vegeta takes pride in being the Prince of Saiyans and hates taking help from others.
You're nothing, just a trickster. I am a warrior, the Saiyan Prince, Vegeta!
On number 6, we have the infamous Phantom Thief, Kaito Kid from Case Closed. Kaito Kid is a teenager who follows the footsteps of his father as a miraculous magician and becomes a thief in order to find clues to avenge his death. In the series, he can imitate the personality, the appearance, and the voice of anyone in the entire world. This enables him to be the only criminal in the series to escape barely from the protagonist, Detective Conan, every single time.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Kaito Kid is a generous person and returns the stolen items to the rightful owners if the items fail to fulfill his purpose.
こちら3番機、キットは未だ歩行中。
そんなバカな
On number 5, we have the heir to the most famous assassin family, Killua Zoldyck. Killua, despite being inexperienced due to his age, is able to successfully fight against many tough opponents because of his prodigious talent. His friendship with Gon changes his mind about being an assassin, subsequently leading him to abandon his family profession. He fears his brother and reluctantly follows his orders for the most part of the show, but becomes adamantly resistant after a feud with him involving her sister.
3人に手を出したら殺すぜ
君は何者なんだい
On number 4 is Akai Shuichi, a top-class FBI agent who is determined to destroy a high-profile underground criminal organization known as the Black Organization. Akai is single-handedly such a dangerous threat to the Black Organization that he has earned the nickname the Silver Bullet from them. Working independently from the FBI once, he walked right into a death trap and was able to fake his death in front of the enemies. On number 3, we have the Dragon of the West, the former Fire Nation General and Grand Lotus of the Order of the White Lotus, Iroh.
Delectable tea or deadly poison?
Anyone who has watched Avatar The Last Airbender is sure to fall in love with this peace-loving person.
Did I ever tell you how I got the nickname, the Dragon of the West?
I'm not interested in a lengthy anecdote, Uncle.
It's more of a demonstration, really.
In the beginning of the show, he's portrayed as a lazy old man who loves to drink tea and talk to strangers. But more mysteries about him unfold as the series progresses. His major role is as the firebending teacher of his nephew Zuko the Crown Prince. but is shown to love him as his own son. Although Avatar The Last Airbender is not an anime, one just can't leave him behind in a list of inspirational characters.
俺が俺であることだ。
On number 2, we have the person who has probably surpassed Goku from Dragon Ball Z as the worst father in anime history. Jing Freaks from Hunter x Hunter is the definition of adventure. He leaves his home as a kid, becomes a hunter, and goes on to amass unparalleled accomplishments, all the while keeping everything about himself a mystery for everyone, including his own family. His status as a caring father may not be very good, but he makes sure to leave certain hints and clues for his son to follow in order to become strong like himself. Not to forget, Jing is one of the 5 strongest Nen users on the entire planet and a member of the 12 Zodiacs, recognized and handpicked by the chairman of the Hunter organization himself. Everything else about him is pretty much a mystery. Here are a few honorable mentions: Kakashi Hatake from Naruto, Zuko from Avatar The Last Airbender, Lelouch Britannia from Code Geass, Pain or Nagato from Naruto, and Yagami Light from Death Note. And finally, on number 1, we have Uchiha Itachi from Naruto. The greatness of Itachi is reflected so perfectly in his character. He is a ninja prodigy who as a teenager attains the Mangekyo Sharingan, a rare form of a visual power known as Sharingan that has been unlocked only by 14 ninjas in history. He then murders his entire clan, sparing only his little brother, with the reason that he had the potential to be an opponent for him in future. After having left his village, he joins an underground organization known as Akatsuki, which is devoted to bringing peace to the world through pain and suffering. Excessive usage of Mangekyo Sharingan worsens his health remarkably to the extent that he took drugs and medical aid to live long enough to scare off against his brother. It is only after his death that his little brother comes to know the truth about Itachi's life.
Itachi 死んでない？